Welcome back to North Beach Wollongong. Chopper shots of a great setup, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the richest surf boat race ever held in Australia. Your finalists, we'll check in with them now. That is the North Cottesloe team from Western Australia. Tom Warner, David Clark, Pat Walsh. The stroke is Ian Clark. The sweep, 41-year-old Jack Ellis.
And here are the favourites right there, the yellow cap with the two blue stripes, the North Cronulla crew. Vaughan Meldrum in the bow, Peter Armstrong, Mark Featherston, Barry Shoetrump the stroke, and the very experienced Steve Swain.
Their neighbours just up the road at Maroubra. Dean McConnell is the bowman. Michael Terry second bow. Mark Besant. Stroke is Mark Chapman. Wingnut Cunningham brings 17 years experience into the sweep position.
One of the other hotshots, Bill Gola, finished second at the Australian Championships last season. Adam Corrigan in the bow, Anthony McDermott, Michael Fox, Norm Pounder, and the sweep, Don McManus. What a race we're in for. The final of the Uncle Tobys Surfboat Challenge. This is round 7, the very last race of the season, the richest ever, as we've already heard. Also the best field ever assembled, and North Cronulla right there you can see very, very quickly to their boats, as is Maroubra. Now, Maroubra have learnt their lessons from earlier in the day where they were slow. What a great start for Maroubra.
Fantastic. They got a flyer. There's the consistent North Cronulla side, putting in the big ones to get through what is a choppy and sloppy shore break. They're out now, and on your right of screen, it looks to be Bill Gola out in front.
And North Cottesloe have had a shocker. Their start all day has been slow, and they're slow once again into the boat. They're closest to camera, you can see right here, North Cottesloe. But they're all day long, they've been picking up as the race goes on. They've been probably the fastest rowers in actually the rowing part of the race, but their changeovers and their starts have been slow. I don't know if they can afford to give anything away today.
Well, they certainly can't when they're up against Bill Gola, Maroubra and North Cronulla. There we are now on board North Cronulla. Fantastic shots as they take it out. Very, very consistent. They are leading our series at the moment.
And there are the shots from inside the North Cronulla boat crew. There's Vaughan Meldrum, the triathlete, 30 years of age. He's the bowman. Notice the way he has to actually come out of his seat. There's Barry Shoetrump, extremely experienced, 36 years of age, formerly rowed with Coogee Surf Club for many years. Second stroke right there on the right-hand side, that's Mark Featherston. He came from the North Bondi Surf Club. They've assembled, Steve Swain has assembled around him an absolutely crack crew. They have already won the series going into this final by making the final 4. That's just what sort of a season North Cronulla have had. But there's huge prize money offer on today and all the places in the series. And look at the crews coming together. It's now nothing in it.
It looks like Maroubra, half a boat length in front of Bill Gola, closest to the bottom of the screen. Back in third spot looks to be North Cronulla. And Cottesloe, the flatwater specialists, have got over that bad start, and they're starting to nose up into contention as well.
Let's have a closer look at the North Cottesloe boat. These are the guys that have come right across from Western Australia, and they've really had to work. They've definitely pulled the gap back. They gave away 2 or 3 lengths, and they've come right through. The stroke is, see him there, Ian Clark, 25 years of age. His brother, David Clark, is second from the front. There they are there, and they're swept by the very experienced Jack Ellis, 41 years of age. They finished 3rd at the Australian titles last season. So we have an incredible array of boat rowing talent here today, and there's the turn. There's nothing in it. Maroubra first around, North Cronulla second, 3rd Cottesloe have come back into it, and 4th Bill Gola. But look at that, there's nothing in it. Now remember, they've got to do this twice, back to the beach and back out and around these again. There is nothing in it, although the Maroubra crew pulled a fantastic run out of the cans. Well, Maroubra pulled a wave. You can see here the stroke. Oh, Wingnut's having a bit of problem with that wave, but he's straightened them up again. They're on a little wave, and they'll finish a wave in front. So Maroubra, they're the bolters. They were 4th favourite to win this race. They've hit the lead, you can see there, and Bill Gola, top of screen, have also pulled a little wave, so they've closed right up. Maroubra bowman, Dean McConnell, 27 years of age. He's first out around the turning mark. The rest of the crew will turn the boats around. North Cronulla, I'm sure, will make amends here as they have all weekend. And it's going to be very close. There's the rest of the crews. There's no more than a second in it.
Now, this is the crucial part, the transition, the turning of the boat. This is where many races today have been won and lost. Maroubra trying to get through this small, sloppy swell. They look to have done well. They look to have held their advantage. In fact, they've picked up probably 2 or 3 boat lengths there. That's how critical it can be when you're inshore.
Well, Maroubra have opened up a big lead now, and there's a couple of little waves breaking on some of the other crews. Maroubra, with such an incredible turn, you'll see them come into shot on the left. There they are. So with one little wave at the end and a very, very good turn, They've opened up about a 5-boat length lead. The 3 hotshots are actually in second, third and fourth. Maroubra weren't expected to win this one, so against the odds, they've opened up a big lead. Now they've got to hang on.
Wingnut Cunningham, the sweep, as I said, he's been doing it for 17 years. That's him in the back of the boat there. They're in the bright blue. This is terrific. Big news for Maroubra. They're in front, and they're in front by 4 or 5 boat lengths.
Coming around the turning, boys, for the last time. Let's look at the work here from Paul Cunningham and his crew. The inside rowers chock the oars, hold them still. The outside rowers keep rowing. Now he calls them all back into time. He uses that big sweep oar, 20 foot long, and they've clashed. There's been a clash there. That's held them up a little bit. They've missed a stroke, and it was the North Cronulla crew that's turned into them. Nothing in it for second, third and fourth. 30 metres to row. They've just got to pick a little wave up, and they'll take this through for a stunning victory, Maroubra. A real upset. A little wave under their boat. Cunningham will be stoked, screaming at them. Come on, boys, let's hold this right through. The rating is lifted. You can see there the stroke. Mark Chapman really pulling them through to the beach. They'll drop off that, but they'll hold this through to the beach. Very hard work when they drop off the back of a wave, but they've got this wrapped up. All they've got to do now is jump out and run to the finish line, and it will be Dean McConnell. There he is, the 27-year-old. He did such a great changeover in the first part. They'll come through, and they'll be absolutely ecstatic. So the final round of the Uncle Tobys Surf Boat Challenge goes to the Bolters, Maroubra. And a great race going on for second, third and fourth. They're all on the same wave. Oh, and it looks like North Cottesloe have fallen down. North Cronulla might get there. Very close on the left-hand side also with Bill Gola. Bill Gola dives and just gets there. Bill Gola second, North Cronulla third, and North Cottesloe in fourth position. What a great finish for the minor places.